LSU once again had quite a showing at the NFL draft this year in Philadelphia. We bring in Brandon Eisenman from the LSU Breakdown and also college football. Last word on college football as well. Brandon, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So the Tigers, loaded with talent as usual, send many of them to the NFL. Let's look at the 8 drafted. So that was one of the higher marks in the country. Alabama sending 9 in the first 3 rounds. I think that was the high water mark across the country. Leonard Fournette, one of the legends of the SEC at the running back position, didn't necessarily have the conclusion to the career that many would want for him in missing the bowl game, not having a championship season, barely rushing for, I think he was around the 900-yard mark, something in that range that final season. But one of the great backs in the country and selected 4th by Jacksonville. So what will you remember about Leonard Fournette as a LSU Tiger, and then also your thoughts about him moving on to the next level?
The number one thing that I'll remember from him being at LSU is working his way up in the ranks at LSU as one of the top running backs, if not at the top. He was, as we all know, one of the best running backs that came out of Baton Rouge or at LSU, and the way that he ran the ball was just so fun to watch. And I think we'll see that again this year with Darius Guice. But the way Fournette just shrugged defenders off was tremendous. And he racked up a great number of yards in his career. And I'm not exactly sure where he finished at in the ranks, LSU-wise, but I'm pretty positive it's right there at the top. And with him going to Jacksonville, I really love that pick. The Jaguars, they need a running back. Chris Ivory and TJ Yeldon both were kind of unproductive in my mind last season. And I think that Fournette brings a big boost to that offense, especially at the running game. If he can start and take pressure off of Blake Bortles, who is pretty much, I think, in his make or break year with Jacksonville, I think that offense can thrive with number 27 in the backfield.
With a tremendous freshman season with 1,000 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns, culminated with that huge bowl performance against Notre Dame that catapulted him to that sophomore campaign where he was the Heisman favorite for most of the season, ran for almost 2,000 yards and 22 touchdowns. And again, as we mentioned, unfortunately, last season, not quite to the finish to the career, but one of the great backs in the history of the SEC, Leonard Fournette.